Coming up on the British TV Watchlist.
In 2011, his life took a downward spin. His 2-year-old daughter died of sepsis.
From cosy mysteries to intense police procedurals, we talk about the characters, performances, series, and episodes from your favourite British TV shows.
Hey, it's Michael T. in the British TV Watchlist. Last time, we did an episode on brilliant, underrated British actresses who deserve more recognition. Today, we're doing the same for the men. 10 British actors, all of them working at the highest level, all of them known to people who pay close attention to British TV, but none of them quite as famous as they should be or could be. Not unknown, just under-recognized. And today, we fix that. Let's start with one name on this list that you might argue about. Stephen Graham. He just won 2 Emmy Awards and a Golden Globe for Adolescence. Highly recommend that one. So why is he here? Because he's been plying his craft for the last 25 years and almost nobody noticed. Graham grew up in Kirkby outside Liverpool. He trained at Rose Bruford College. And for a long stretch, he was doing some of the finest dramatic work on British television while the mainstream conversation kept moving past him. Line of Duty, Time, The Virtues, Boiling Point. He built the whole thing brick by brick. Adolescence didn't create Stephen Graham. It just finally gave him the audience he already deserved. Next, Martin Compston. He's from Greenock, Scotland. Before he was an actor, he played professional football or soccer for Greenock Morton. Ken Loach spotted him at an audition when he was 18 and cast him in the film Sweet 16. That performance launched everything. You know him as DS Steve Arnott in Line of Duty, a role he played across all 6 seasons.
The most recent records are consistent with your testimony, DCI Gates. Calls and texts from Miss Laverty directed to your phone. None of the calls answered by you. One-way traffic.
Watch him in The Nest or In Plain Sight, where he plays a real-life Scottish serial killer. That one will change how you see him completely. Season 7 of Line of Duty is now confirmed. Filming started in spring of this year. Here's one that might surprise you. Matthew Lewis. Yes, Neville Longbottom from the Harry Potter films. He spent 10 years in those movies from age 11 to 21. And when they ended, he was very clear about what he wanted. He told reporters he had a short attention span and had no interest in another long-running franchise. He wanted to work. Different work. Challenging work. And that's exactly what he went and did. The Syndicate for the BBC, Ripper Street, Happy Valley, All Creatures Great and Small. And in 2025, he showed up on Acorn TV in Murder Before Evensong, playing Canon Clement in a cozy mystery based on the Richard Coles novel series. It's a gentle, charming show, and he's very good in it. He's been quietly building a real career for over a decade now. The shadow of Neville still follows him around, but it really shouldn't. From clumsy, lanky teen to a church rector. What a transformation. He can transform his wardrobe, too. I can't wait to see him in a golf polo from Pins and Aces apparel. I can see you wearing it, too. Premier golf clothing and gear for men and women at pinsandaces.com. And right now, you can get their best deal ever, 21% off. Just use our promo code BTVW1. We get a small commission, you get a great discount. Shop today at pinsandaces.com. James Norton is one of those actors who makes range look easy. He studied theology at Cambridge, then trained at RADA, the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. His first major role was Tommy Lee Royce in Happy Valley, a villain so convincing that Norton said he got death threats buying milk at his local shop. Then came Grantchester, where he played a crime-solving vicar for 4 years. Then War and Peace on the BBC, McMafia, King and Conqueror in 2025, where he played King Harold Godwinson and also served as executive producer. He also stars in House of Guinness on Netflix, a period drama about the family behind the famous Irish stout. Villain, saint, prince, king, and now a Victorian dynasty. Not many actors can make that kind of jump as cleanly as James Norton. Toby Jones has been doing remarkable work for 30 years. His parents were both actors. He trained in Paris under one of the great physical theater teachers, and he's been everywhere. The Hunger Games films, Captain America, Sherlock, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. But his British TV work is where you see what he really is. He won a BAFTA for Detectorists, the quiet, beautiful comedy drama about metal detectorists in Essex. I still have yet to figure that one out. He was heartbreaking in Marvelous, and in 2024, he played Alan Bates in Mr. Bates vs. the Post Office. That one won a Peabody Award. Jones won a National Television Award for drama performance for it. That's Toby Jones. Eddie Marsan grew up in Bethnal Green, East London. His father drove trucks, lorries. His mother worked school dinners. He left school at 16, served an apprenticeship as a printer, and then decided to become an actor. He trained at the Mountain View Academy and spent years doing small television parts before Mike Leigh cast him in Vera Drake in 2004. That opened the door. His 2008 film Happy Go Lucky is one of the finest pieces of screen acting you'll see. He plays a driving instructor slowly coming apart at the seams. On television, he anchored Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell for the BBC. He's appeared in Sherwood, Ray Donovan, and dozens of other projects. In 2025, the King appointed him an OBE, an Officer of the Order of the British Empire, for services to drama. And he started as a printer's apprentice. Mark Bonnar is Scottish, born in Edinburgh. He worked in libraries and town planning before he ever set foot on a professional stage. A career advisor told him at 16 that acting wasn't practical. He listened for a while. Then some friends dragged him back to a local theater company, and the whole thing came flooding back. He trained at the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland and made his television debut in 2001. You may know him as Duncan Hunter in Shetland, a role he played for 9 years across 7 seasons. He was DCC Mike Dryden in Line of Duty. He was Colin Osborne in Unforgotten. He won a BAFTA Scotland Award for that one. And he plays Max McAllister in Guilt, a high-flying Edinburgh lawyer whose life unravels after a hit and run. Guilt ran for 3 seasons and is one of the sharpest, funniest, darkest pieces of Scottish television made in the last decade. All of it led by Mark Bonnar. Jason Watkins trained at RADA and spent years on the London stage before television came calling. In 2014, he played the lead role in The Lost Honor of Christopher Jeffries. Jeffries was the man wrongly accused in the Joanna Yates murder case. Watkins won a BAFTA for that performance. Then he played Harold Wilson in The Crown. Then Brian Masters in Des. Masters was the biographer who documented the crimes of serial killer Dennis Nilsen. He also played a powerful newspaper publisher in Around the World in 80 Days. He did warm, winning comedy work in Trolleyed. I loved him as the awkward detective in McDonald and Dodds.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's just that it's been a while since I've been,
Operationally deployed?
Yes.
How long?
10 years.
What?
Sorry. 11.
In 2011, his life took a downward spin. His 2-year-old daughter died of sepsis. He dedicated his BAFTA win to her. He campaigns for sepsis awareness to this day. All right, let's brighten the mood a little bit. And you can brighten up not only your mood, but your entire household. Spruce up with some new bedding or bath goods from CozyEarth.com. They got some new limited time colors and great deals. Imagine a new set of towels in your bathroom. Plush and fresh. And when you apply our unique promo code to your purchase, you get a 21% discount when you check out. You support this podcast because we get a small commission, and your home gets a makeover. That promo code is BTVW1. BTVW1. Use it now at CozyEarth.com. Daniel Mays is from Essex. He also trained at RADA, and like a lot of men on this list, Mike Lee found him early. Mays appeared in All or Nothing and Vera Drake, both in the early 2000s. He told an interviewer that working with Lee taught him to leave no stone unturned when building a character. His appearance in Season 3 of Line of Duty earned him a BAFTA nomination. He played Sergeant Danny Waldron, a corrupt armed officer carrying secrets from a brutal childhood. He appeared in only 2 episodes. That tells you everything. He also turned up in Ashes to Ashes, Red Riding, Des, Mrs. Biggs, and Rogue One. He earned an Olivier Award nomination in 2024 for playing Nathan Detroit in Guys and Dolls on stage. He's currently filming the Amazon series Blade Runner 2099. Last on this list is Joe Absolom. He started young. He was acting in television from age 11. He won Best Actor at the British Soap Awards for his role as Matthew Rose in EastEnders back in the late 90s. Then he made a choice. He walked away from soap opera and spent the next 25 years building a body of work in British drama. Doc Martin, where he played Al Large. It was a long run with a beloved show, and Absolom made Al one of the warmest characters in it. He followed that with harder material, The Bay, A Confession, a true crime drama where he plays real-life murderer Christopher Halliwell opposite Martin Freeman and Imelda Staunton. He received a BAFTA nomination for supporting actor for that role. More recently, he's joined Emmerdale, and he appeared in Code of Silence on BritBox. I saw him there, and the character was the complete opposite of Al Large. You'll also find him in the Amazon series Blade Runner 2099. 30 years in this business. 1 BAFTA nomination. That's a career people should be paying more attention to, don't you think? So there they are, 10 men who've been doing the work, sometimes for decades, without the recognition the work deserves. Every one of them has given you something worth watching. Did we miss anybody? Let me know in the comments. Before we go, I want to say hello to our listeners in Bay Shore, New York, USA, Rensselaer, New York, and Waterford, Ontario, Canada. If you are new to the British TV Watchlist podcast, welcome. You join listeners from more than 300 cities around the world. And if you'd like to support this podcast, check out our Patreon site. You can also support us by shopping at CozyEarth.com and PinsAndAces.com. Use our promo code BTVW1 and you get a 21% discount when you check out. That's it for now. Thanks for listening to the British TV Watchlist. Until next time, cheers.
The British TV Watchlist is written and produced by Michael T. in Honolulu, Hawaii. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. All rights reserved. Copyright 2026. Michael T. Media.